Today I'm sharing my favorite 19 products from 2019, and I've got some good ones in there for you. That's coming up next. Welcome back, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. I'm so excited about today's video because this is the kind of video I love to do, because this is the kind of video I love to watch. I love to learn about everyone's favorites because they've done the work for me. Then I can just go out and get it myself without having to do the research. So I'm tickled to be sharing my favorite 19 products from 2019. I've got some great selections in there, and I've got a really wide range of things, from makeup to lifestyle to a couple of good books to things that I'm using around the house that I love. So I hope you'll stay tuned. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. If you'd like to learn more about makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, make sure you stop by prettyover50.com, where there's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. And with that, let's get into my 2019 19 favorite products. You know, I didn't do a favorites video for 2019 because I thought it would be a little bit silly, seeing how that I only started my YouTube channel about halfway through the year. So I kind of put that aside and thought I'll do my first favorites video in 2020. However, when I saw the tag from Melissa55, and I'll link her channel down below, that a lot of YouTubers were doing 19 favorite products for 2019, I jumped right on it because this is exactly the type of video that I love to watch. So I wanted to make one of my own, sharing 19 fabulous finds that came across my radar screen in 2019. I have my list here on my phone. I'm going to go to it from the bottom to the top, and I want to let you know that although this list isn't in any particular order, the last one I'm going to mention is by far, I think, my favorite thing of 2019. So stay tuned and stick with me, because I think this is one, if you don't already have one, everyone needs one. And it's the kind of thing that you don't know you need it until you have it. So let's get started. The first product is my NuFace, and I'm sure that you're familiar with the NuFace device. This is a microcurrent device that you run over your skin, and it really impacts the muscles underneath your face. I think of all the beauty treatments that I've started since I started my channel, this is by far one of my favorites. It really makes a dramatic difference in how your face looks. And I know that's so surprising. And I know this for sure because a little while back, a few months ago, I got a little bit lazy and wasn't really appreciating the changes that it made in my skin. And I kind of quit using it, not intentionally, but I just sort of got lazy. And by golly, a month into not using it, I was so shocked at how my face looks. And so shocked, I'm actually going to do a video showing what my face looked like after I hadn't used it for a month, and then what it looked like after using it for several weeks very regularly. And you'll be surprised as well. So the first one I want to talk about today, and not necessarily the bottom of the list, these are not in order except for the last one, my NuFace device. And this is just the NuFace Mini. I mean, I got this, gosh, I think maybe around $200, but you can get them inexpensively, well, relatively inexpensively. I don't really feel like you need the Trinity. This is the Mini, and I've used it, and it's been great. I want to let you know that I will link as much as I possibly can of all the products that I'm listing today over on the blog, prettyover50.com. So if there's anything here that you want to do a little more research on and find out about, the links all be on the blog, and I'll make sure the link to that is down below. The next thing on my list isn't one particular product, but it is a company. And I'll be talking about some of the products from this company on down the line in my 19 product list. But this company, I think, has really changed the face of skincare for women in the US and around the world. And that company is The Ordinary. I really feel like The Ordinary was a true game changer in the skincare industry, and they were the first company, as far as I know, to bring out truly effective, truly affordable skincare, really democratizing good skincare for women everywhere. And from what I can see, and based on what I know, and if I'm not correct, please put it down in the comments down below, I really do feel like The Ordinary changed the game for skincare. They have products in their line that are under $10 that will make a tremendous difference in your skin, and I feel like that was so needed and so very welcome. And I do feel like it was The Ordinary that set the stage for companies like the Inky List and Good Molecules to come along and follow in suit, creating good, effective skincare lines that really are so very affordable for everyone. My list of 19 products for 2019, absolutely The Ordinary. The next on my list is the L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick, and it's the whole line of the Color Riche lipstick because every single Color Riche lipstick I've tried, I've loved. If you haven't tried this formula, it is just absolutely delicious, and I own several of the colors, and I tell people this is like lip gloss and lipstick had a baby. That's what's in these tubes. And you can see this is just one of the colors, and I can't really read the color. It's number 918. I'll put it on the back of my hand. It really doesn't do it justice just to see it swatched, because how they feel on your lips is what the miraculous thing is about these lipsticks. They're so creamy and so beautiful, and the colors are just delicious. I feel like this is just a wonderful line of lipsticks, and I hope that they're going to come out with a lot more colors in 2020. And you can see the packaging even is just beautiful. So Color Riche lipsticks from L'Oreal, definitely on my top 19 list. Next on my list is probably my favorite makeup product for 2019. Truly, if I had to pick my favorite product of 2019, it would be the Milani Prep Set and Glow. You can see how much I've loved this finishing powder. It just gives the skin the most beautiful glow. It's a finely milled powder. It just really livens up your complexion. I use it every single day on my makeup and have since the day I bought it. Milani Prep Set and Glow. This is a fabulous product. I think it retails for about $10. It's very, very reasonable. If you haven't tried it and you're looking for something that's just going to give you kind of that beautiful lit within glow, beautiful skin look, give this a whirl. This stuff I think is wonderful. It's just my favorite of 2019. The next item I want to share is my coffee press. This has just been such a delicious part of my mornings. I love my coffee, and since I started using a French press to make my coffee in the morning, it just makes my mornings all the more wonderful. I'll tell you, there are nights when I go to bed excited about waking up in the morning so I can have my French press coffee. This is easy to do. You know, I live alone, so I only have to make enough for one, and I am lucky enough to live in a little place right in front of the ocean. So I make my French press coffee and sit on my couch and look at the ocean in the morning, and it truly is a wonderful way to start the day. So if you've thought about getting a French press, give it a try if you have a mind to, because it just makes all the difference in the world with the coffee, and I just love the coffee that comes from my beloved French press. Next up is another makeup product, and this is my beloved CYO foundation. I just really have fallen in love with this foundation, and as you might know, the CYO brand has been discontinued. Isn't that just so sad? It was such a popular brand and everyone loved it, and everyone was crazy about this foundation. And it's the foundation I'm wearing today, and I've been wearing it non-stop all week long. It just gives the most beautiful natural finish to my skin. It just seems to be the perfect fit for me. Even though CYO has been discontinued, it is my understanding that this foundation has been reformulated in the Soap and Glory line. Now, Soap and Glory is owned by the same company as CYO was. So I believe they just reformulated this over, I think it's called the Kick-Ass Foundation in the Soap and Glory line. I haven't tried it yet. I've heard a lot about it because I still have a lot left in this bottle. However, when this bottle is empty, I'm going to scamper on over to the Soap and Glory line and order it and see if I love it just as much. If you're casting about for a foundation, the one that looks great on older, mature skin, and heaven knows I've got older, mature skin, give this a try. It's really wonderful, and it just looks so beautiful on the skin. Of course, you probably will have to go to the Soap and Glory line. I didn't even know if they sell the old CYO on Amazon or anything of that. I haven't really researched it. So CYO foundation, definitely in my top 19. Next up on my list is Curology, and I'm certain that you've probably heard about this if you're familiar with skincare at all. Curology is really a great company, and I just started using them. I was traveling full-time for a few years prior to moving to where I live now, and I was out of the country. And in other countries, you don't need a prescription to get Retin-A, and I would buy Retin-A in these huge tubes for 20 bucks. So I was using that after I came back to the States because I still had a lot of it. I brought a lot back with me. Well, I finally ran out of my Retin-A from other countries and decided to give the Curology a try. And I'll have to say, I'm really happy with it. And I'm kind of picky about companies that do things like this. My experience is that they put together a good product at a very, very fair price. I think it's around $21 a month. They do formulate the product for your particular skin type and skin needs, which they have for me. I believe mine has niacinamide in it, tretinoin, and azelaic acid, which is perfect. So I'm really thrilled that I'm able to continue on with my Retin-A routine without having to go to the doctor and get a prescription and then fight with the insurance company about whether or not they're going to cover it. The fact that Curology takes away all those hassles and sends it right to your house and puts together a great formula, I think is really a good deal. So kudos to Curology for bringing us a nice product line and a nice experience in the skincare world. The next two items I want to talk about are actually books. And I wanted to include them because I feel like, as 50 plus women, we're much more than makeup. We have such widely varied lives, and there's so many facets to us. And I wanted to share a couple of books that I've not only read once, but over and over again in 2019. And when I say read, I mean that pretty liberally because I don't read books anymore. I listen to them on Audible. I'll either crochet or draw or paint or do something while I'm listening to the books. So I don't actually read books anymore, I listen to books. But I have two titles that I have listened to over and over and over again in 2019, and I thought I'd share them with you today. But first, I need to let you know that I am very left of center when it comes to my understanding of our reality and to our spiritual lives and that sort of thing. So if this isn't your cup of tea, I completely get it. You can just fast forward. But if it is something that you're kind of interested in, I'll share what I've been loving with you. The first book is called The Application of Impossible Things by Natalie Sudman, and it's available on Audible. I've listened to it probably 4 times in 2019. It's such a fascinating story. Natalie Sudman was working in Iraq as a civilian for the military when she was blown up in a Jeep. Now, that doesn't sound very good, but what happened to Natalie is she had a significant out-of-body experience, near-death experience, which she chronicles in this book. And it is without a doubt one of the most brilliant, enlightening, in-depth out-of-body experiences or near-death experiences that I've read about, and I've read hundreds of them. The Application of Impossible Things is one of the smartest, most enlightening books that I've come across that really talk about what our experience here is on Earth, what our reality is, and what we're really doing as humans on this planet. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I urge you to check it out. The next book I want to talk about is Conversations with God. You can get it on Audible as well. This is a great book. It's a channeled book, and it is all about life and what our place here is on the planet, what lessons we have to learn, and it's conversations with God. The author was in a bit of a down spiral in his life and was really searching for answers and just started all of a sudden hearing things and began writing them down and put together this entire book that is just filled with brilliant wisdom and knowledge. And I've listened to it, I think, 3 times in 2019, and I'll probably start listening to it again. Every time I listen to each of these books, I learn something different or come to a greater understanding. In my real life, I am a regression therapist, and I specialize in connecting my clients with their loved ones who have crossed over out of the physical. So this type of information is really what I do almost all day, every day, and I love learning new concepts and new ways to look at our reality here on Earth. So both these books are just really wonderful resources for me, and I've enjoyed them very much. So those are two titles that I can absolutely suggest if you're interested in that sort of things. And if you do check them out and read them or listen to them like I do, make sure that you let me know how you enjoyed them. That would really be a nice connection for me. Now we're back to makeup, and the next product I want to talk about is my e.l.f. Putty Primer, and I love this stuff. If you haven't used the e.l.f. Putty Primer, you gotta give this stuff a try. This really does fill in all my little nooks and crannies, and I don't think there's a primer out there I've tried that grips onto my under eye concealer like the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I love this so much that if someone were to say you can only have one primer now that you're going to go live on a desert island, which one would you pick? I would absolutely pick this one. So e.l.f. Putty Primer, absolutely in my top 19. Another fun makeup product, and this one I just discovered how much I loved it recently. When I first got it, I hated it. It's the Unlimited Mascara from Revlon, and I'd heard about this from several people that they loved it, and I tried it and it was awful. I couldn't understand why anyone thought this was their favorite mascara. Well, I had it for a couple of months. It was just sitting in my drawer. I pulled it out about a month ago and thought, oh, I'll just give that another whirl, still trying to fall in love with it, and by golly, I did. This mascara is amazing. There's something about the formula that is so unique and different. What it does to my eyelashes is just fascinating and amazing. And every time I use it, I kind of look forward to it because I want to see what I can get it to do. So it's in this little genie-like bottle. It almost looks like nail polish, don't you think? And it has one of those wands that bends down so that if you want to like hold it sideways to do your eyes. It's really an incredible mascara. So if you haven't tried this and you're looking for a mascara that you want to fall in love with, buy this and let it sit for a little bit and then give it a whirl. I think that you'll appreciate its great qualities. I thought about what eyeshadow palettes that I would include in my top 19, and I have a tremendous number of palettes, which is kind of funny because I've only been doing this channel for about 6 months, so I don't know how I ended up owning all these palettes, but I did. And after some reflection, I thought the one palette that really is a great combination of fabulous shadows, great colors, very usable, very wearable, very, very handy. It's the Milani Soft and Sultry palette, and I'm sorry I'm blinding you with that. It has this gold cover. This palette has just been such a wonderful addition to my eyeshadow palettes, and I use it all the time. The Milani formulas are fantastic. All the Milani palettes that I've tried have been really, really good. The Must Have Naturals are great. This palette, I think, just gives a wider selection of really, really good shadows in one palette. It's sophisticated, the colors are beautiful. It's a very neutral palette if you're into neutrals, which I am. And this palette really has a lot of wonderful, cool neutrals. So the Milani Soft and Sultry palette, I think of all the palettes that I own right now, if I had to pick one to live on that desert island with, along with my e.l.f. Putty Primer, it would be this one. I really can't finish out 2019 without giving kudos to my CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. I love this stuff. It's such a wonderful cleanser. It's so gentle on my skin. It's affordable. You can get it at any drugstore. It comes in a nice big bottle. One pump will clean your whole face. It's just a brilliant, beautiful product, and I really appreciate it. The times this year that I've tried other cleansers to share with you guys what my thoughts were, there's some cleansers that I've liked, but I haven't loved them like I have the CeraVe. Comes with all kinds of wonderful things, essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, great for your skin, great on your skin, feels wonderful to use. So my beloved CeraVe, I'm always so happy to go back to it after trying other cleansers. The next product is actually a supplement, and it's called Innate. And Innate is a magnesium powder, and you might understand this. Do you ever have that restless leg syndrome where your legs just start twitching at night and you can't fall asleep? I get that too. It makes me crazy, and I can actually feel it coming on in the evening sometimes when, you know, I'm not quite in bed yet, and it's just like I don't appreciate it. So I take this Innate supplement to really take care of that restless leg syndrome. It's a magnesium. You just put it in a little bit of water, stir it up, and then I'll take it along with my valerian root, which is a sleep aid. I can't use melatonin, which a lot of people use to help them sleep. Melatonin really upsets my stomach, but I can use the valerian root. So the combination of these two, the magnesium and the valerian root, I sleep like a baby, absolutely. So if you have restless leg syndrome or trouble sleeping, you might want to give either one of these or both a try. They worked wonders for me, and boy, I'm not without them ever. I really appreciate them in my life. And of course, if you've been watching my videos, you know how in love I am with the Restore. This is one of the products that I just won't be without. This really does keep down my weight and the bloatingness that I tend to get with my body. If you're interested in finding out more about it, I'll link the video that I did up here about Restore. It really addresses leaky gut syndrome, which you guys know I hate that name, but there's just a lot of stuff in our food supply now that really are creating a lot of puffiness and weight gain in us people on this planet, and this Restore helps out with that. So Restore, absolutely just one of my big loves for 2019. Now we're on to a couple of products from The Ordinary. I told you earlier that the company as a whole is absolutely one of my 2019 favorites. I just think they've done such a wonderful thing for the skincare industry. I do want to call out a couple of products that I think are outstanding and exceptional in their lineup. The first one is the AHA BHA Peel. This is an incredible product and does such a brilliant job of brightening your skin. It just is affordable, easy to use, extremely effective, and I know a lot of people that use this 2 and 3 times a week. It is a fabulous product. I enjoy it every time I use it. And this bottle, and you can see I still have quite a bit in it. I gave like half of the bottle to my daughter and still have plenty left, and I think I've had it for, oh gosh, 5 months now. So the Ordinary AHA BHA solution, absolutely in my top 19. The other product that I want to call out from The Ordinary is their niacinamide, and I'll go ahead and put a picture up here because I don't have any right now because I gave mine to my daughter to use, and I've ordered more, but it hasn't come in yet. Niacinamide really helps with oil production on your skin. It also helps with your pores. And here's where you're going to love niacinamide the most. It's when you stop using it. I was using niacinamide and then I ran out and didn't get on it and didn't reorder it. And all of a sudden I'm looking at my pores thinking, why are my pores so big? Well, it wasn't that they were so big, it's just that they were back to their normal state when I don't use the niacinamide. Niacinamide will really make your pores almost disappear. It's the most fascinating thing ever. And The Ordinary puts together a great formulation. It's very inexpensive. I'm sure it's around $7 or $8. And it really does work. So 2 products from The Ordinary, the BHA solution, the BHA AHA Peel, and the niacinamide. Both are terrific top 19s for me this year. The next product is a hair care product, and everyone knows if you come to my channel before, I've got this new haircut and I've had to learn how to style it and do this and do that. This is the Babyliss curling iron. It's one of those titanium gets really hot curling irons. And I'd heard about them before, but I'd never had one. I just had regular curling irons and regular flat irons and that sort of thing. And I finally broke down and got this Babyliss on a Black Friday sale from Sally Beauty. It is fabulous. It makes doing your hair so quick and it is so convenient and I love it. And every single hair care product like this, styling tools, I'm going to get the Babyliss brand or something comparable because I really do see the difference. And you guys know I don't want to spend money on expensive products just to spend money on expensive products. I want to make sure the value is there. It really is here in this Babyliss flat iron. There's so many things you can do with a flat iron. You can curl your hair, you can straighten your hair, you can put a, just a crimp in your hair, and I'm really having fun learning how to use this, and I hope to be doing some hairstyling videos in the coming weeks. So if you're interested in seeing a hairstyling video, let me know, and that'll just encourage me to learn how to do it on camera. So my Babyliss flat iron, absolutely love it. Can't wait to get more high-end styling tools because I really do see that they're just so much quicker and so much more effective. Another hair care product I want to share with you is this flat iron, this weird kind of curling iron from Bedhead. And it's one of those irons that it has the curl right inside of it. So you actually put it on your hair and crimp down, and it gives these nice little cool crimps. This is so much fun to play with, and if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to get a little bend in your hair, This is fabulous. It's really quick. You can go around your whole head in just a few minutes, and it puts in a really cool kind of look into your hair. So bedhead, whatever they call this, I don't even know what the name is. Oh, the Wave Artist. Bedhead the Wave Artist. This thing has really been a lot of fun, and I love playing with it, and I love putting together unique looks with it. So one of my top 19 for 2019. Well, we're down to the last item on my list, and you guys are going to laugh when you hear what it is, because this is just not like me. I am not a stuff person. I like a simple life. I like an easy life. I like a joy-filled life. I like a happy life. But this is a stuff thing, and I'll tell you, I didn't know how much I needed it until I got it. It is the Echo Dot, and I'll go ahead and put a picture up here for you. If you already had an Echo Dot and you've had one for years, that's okay. I get it. I'm so late on this train, and plus I was out of the country when they were really getting popular. Well, I finally ordered an Echo Dot on Black Friday, and I got it in, and I'll tell you what, I didn't know how much I needed that thing until I've got it. It is wonderful. It plays music, it sets alarms, it tells me the weather, it'll wake me up in the morning, it will play certain songs. It's just so flippin' handy. You even can listen to podcasts on the thing. It did the most wonderful thing recently. It ordered my cat food for me. I was pouring out my cat food and noticed the bag was almost empty, and I said, Alexa, order cat food. And she gave me my last order with Amazon and told me how much it was and placed the order, and the whole thing. It was just like miraculous. It's like having a little personal assistant. So the Echo Dot, they're so inexpensive. They're under $30 when they're on sale. I think I paid somewhere around $24 or $25 for mine on Black Friday. I'm not sure what they are regular retail. If they're a whole lot more, then I apologize. But I think that you can get them in the mid-20s, and they're so stinking handy. So absolutely the Echo Dot. I was laughing. I got my daughter one for Christmas after I saw how much I enjoyed mine. And I told her, I said, this is the one thing that you really didn't know you needed, but you really do need it. And she loves hers too. There are my top 19 for 2019. I've had such a good time sharing these with you because I love it when I find good things, and I love it when I hear about good things. So what are your top products for 2019? Make sure you share in the comments below, and let's get a little chain going of all the really cool stuff that's reasonably priced, that does a great job, that we fall in love with. I would have a wonderful collection of those. That would be a wonderful thing. Thank you again for joining me for this top 19 of 2019. It's been a lot of fun for me. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you'd like more on makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com, where we have a lot more great information just waiting for you there. It just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. So thank you for that. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Make it a great day. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.